Intellectual stew. Intellectual stew with James Kirkland.
Powerful and provocative, prophetic and practical,
Intellectual stew.
informative and inspirational. How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do.
Intellectual stew.
Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager.
Intellectual stew with James.
What's up? Let me make sure my microphone is transmitting, and we will get this conversation started tonight. Yep, I'm transmitting. I don't have anybody on with me tonight to let me know if you can't hear me or if you're able to hear me or not. So it's just me. So come on in, invite a neighbor, invite a friend. We're trying to get a Tuesday Flow conversation tonight, and hopefully we are able to do so. I have something that has been irking me, and I wanted to deal with it tonight. I wanted to call it on the carpet, bring it to the table, whatever. Let me put this disclaimer out here at the beginning, because I did have a friend reach out to me, and he said he was nervous about how this recording can be construed. He said it could come off as though I'm hurt or angry or something of the sort as it relates to the perception of this show, because I'm asking the question, why have church people or church folks become so mean? That's the question. And let me put that question on the screen. And then hopefully like I said, some of you will come in and we can get this conversation started tonight. But here the question is, why have church, they spell church, oops, that's not like that, church, here it is, people become so mean? This is a question that I put on my Facebook page today, and it got a little traction. And a lot of people offered a lot of reasons as to why the church, or so many representatives, people of the church. Now, of course, the common answer is that they're really not Christians. And if it's really not Christians, then of course they can behave any type of way. But I wanted to go a little broader, a little deeper, hopefully a little deeper. We'll see how this turns out. And we'll try to ask and answer this question. The reason is, I'm one of those that kind of likes to advocate for the little guy. I don't like to see people bullied, especially in places where you really shouldn't be a bully. You know, a church to me is not a place where people should be bullied. I think church is a place of grace, and I think as the place of grace, then we should be treated a certain way. Now, I understand that we got to challenge people to go to the next level and all of those types of things, but I think there is a certain way to do it. And I think that Christ gave us the best model as it relates to how we should do it. So that's the example that I think that we as believers, we as Christians, we as the ecclesia, the called out ones, the ones that are supposed to be called from called out from among them. Excuse me, I'm tongue tied. If that's how we're supposed to be, then I think that's who we really should be representing. But in the words of my friend Dr. Bishop Charles E. Williams, I really believe that many of us have been lured by satanic suggestion. We've been affected and infected by the goings on that that occur in the world. And we've been talking about the world our whole lives, and it seems like now we're more a part of it than we've ever been in our lives. So I wanted to come on tonight, and I wanted to talk about this particular subject, and I was going to give us some scriptures as it relates to how we should deal with this. And then I also wanted to read some of the comments that were on my page. Now I got some people who give some really, really, really good comments. They really give me some good dialogue, and I invite them to come on the show. But I know I waited to the last minute on this one, so I'm going to probably have to just read some of their comments. But a couple of them gave me chills, honestly, when I was reading their comments. So that's what I want to do tonight. That's kind of the agenda that we have set forth on tonight. That's the route we're going to go with it, and we'll go from there. We might even ask and answer a couple of questions depending on how many people come on. And we can really, like I said, have a really, really, really good dialogue. I don't want this really to be a monologue. I want it to be more so of a dialogue. And listen, let me say it again, though, for those that are listening, please hear me and hear me well. This is not, and hear me well, this is not a bash the church session. This is not a bash the church session. I love the church. I got saved in the church. I plan on dying in the church when I'm in all that. I mean, not dying in the church. Let me say that. But when I die, they can have my funeral in the church. That's what I meant to say. So, I mean, I want them to speak over my body in the church, all of those types of things. So I have no problem, or nor do I have an issue with the church. But when we talk about this whole thing, as I think I know Christ gave us a command on the sermon in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5. He gave us a command, and what he said to us was in Matthew 5:14. He said, "Ye are the light of the world." He says, like a city on a hill top that cannot be hidden. So that's the command. He gave us the command to be light of the world. Now, if you go a little bit further down in the 16th verse of that same chapter, I didn't post that, but in that 16th verse, he says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." So with that, he's saying, let your light shine. He didn't say make your light shine, because I think what happens too often is that we end up trying to make our light shine instead of letting our light shine. And when we make our light shine, I believe we have the potential of becoming popular, but not powerful. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to somebody. If we get to the point where we try to make our light shine instead of letting our light shine, what happens is we stand the potential of becoming popular, but we end up losing power. And I think that's what's wrong with a lot of people. And that's why we don't operate with grace. That's why we don't give people a margin for error. Margin for error is because we've become so popular instead of becoming powerful. And I think that's the challenge. The challenge is to become powerful. We want to be powerful vessels so that we can win some for the Christ. So we can win some for Christ. So we can win some for Christ. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. Give me one second. I'm trying to. I got people asking me questions, so I got That's the wrong video. Hold on. Let me find the right one for those that are coming in. Let me make sure I'm live. You know what? Okay, I am live. All right, good. I am live. I am live. I am live. Let me do something right quick. Hold on. Hold on. I might be splitting my live because I'm live in two different places. So I'm not wasn't talking to you. Hold on. So let's try this again. I got you. I wasn't talking to you. So let me try this again. Let me try this again because I actually had y'all on the wrong live. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.